Okay, I am going to outline if I'm thinking about maybe a younger student or a multilingual learner student, how could I do something similar to what Scott did? So I will share the content objective that I have for this lesson that I would be doing is students will be able to identify important questions and themes in Lois Lowry's novel, The Giver. The language objective I would have used is students will be able to argue and support their opinion of a world without feelings or memories. So they're learning about a book they're going to read in an ELA, ELD class. So during the lesson cycle, kind of like Scott, this would be a beginning activity, a hook to build anticipation for reading a text. We know that a big topic and a theme is about the importance of memory, or is about the importance of memory, or is memory necessary? And so they're going to get their mind wrapped around that idea. The resources that I would be using is the Giver and Memory ELD version from the Listenwise library. Our ELD lessons are new and exciting, and they've only been around since about August, and they're growing quickly. I would use the fill in the blank or a close organizer and a details and big ideas T-chart that are embedded, and a think, pair, share ELD protocol that are embedded within the lessons, assignment resources, and ELD teacher's guide. So this is our ELD lesson. Here, every lesson has a short video, and then I go to the assignment resources. There are objectives. You're going to see they're very similar to the ones that I'm going to be presenting to my students. I'd probably just present those. Students will be able to argue and support their opinion of a world without feelings or memories. And then we have vocabulary. As whenever we can find a Spanish cognate, we add that to our vocabulary list. And super awesome. For right now, we only have Spanish as an option, but soon, hopefully more. We can, loading, change a lot of this to be in Spanish to support students. So we see it here. Awesome. Okay, I'm just going to play a super short part of this video just to see how it's getting their mind thinking through a different modality um, about memories and emotions.
This rabbit is running for its life.
Notice the Spanish subtitles.
It's a response to one of the most common emotions in the animal kingdom, fear.
There's some questions that you can ask students about the video. And so they're here. Ask, what does the actor in the video believe everyone can relate to? There's just some different things. All right, going to our next step. We would listen to this audio as an entire story. So I've got the story here, or as an entire class. I've got the story here. I would probably have this printed off for students just so they can, be doing something with their hand if we're in class listening. And I would remind students that I'm going to stop occasionally and ask them to highlight when have they seen one of those vocabulary words. Highlight that. I'd also maybe ask, and this would probably be something they'd really need to model, if there's anything that they agree or disagree with. So I could imagine that students might not like this idea. If a world had no memories, maybe we'd have to take drugs to suppress our emotions and our memories. So our step three our step three would be taking time to do the close exercise with people in our class, or people with other students in the class. And so I see that that is listed here in the during listening time. It reminds me that I should be doing the closed sentences to get a better understanding. So if I go back to assignment resources, I can see those right here. Fill in the blank organizer, got those closed sentences. Easy to find. And then lastly, I would have students working in a think, pair, share type protocol to answer the comprehension questions. I didn't want comprehension 4. I would take that out. I'd have them focusing on these. And then we'd all work together, focusing on the top 3 in the discussion theme. And then lastly, we'd work together as a class to do an organizer, like a class example of an organizer.